This is Valley News Live at 5.
Good evening, everyone. As I'm sure you've noticed, the dangerous cold is moving in. We head straight to Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson tonight with a first look at your forecast. Hutch.
Stacey, thanks so much. We're going to start with just a couple of reminders that we want all of you to remember, not only just right now, but throughout the upcoming week or so. And number one, check on the furnace event. We're talking about the exhaust for your furnace. Ice tends to build up on that as water is a byproduct of combustion, so that can block that and cause CO2 problems inside your home. So a CO2 detector is a really good idea. Check on your neighbors, pets and livestock. Survival kit's a must for travel, and take a look at these temperatures we're expecting by Saturday morning. Now the black colors here are wind chills. Wind chills close to 50 below in the northern counties, and no picnic in the south either. How about Sunday morning? It's even colder with a few areas close to 60 below for wind chills. That frostbite can set in within 10 minutes Monday morning. Pretty chilly as well. Air temperatures just to the north, 20 to 40 below. Look at Baker Lake. I don't know, since we've been using the new wind chill formula since the early 2000s, that I've ever seen a wind chill near 80 below, but that's what we have. So for tonight, bundle up a few flakes of snow, including here in the FM area, keeping things slippery and reducing visibility in the north. Your wind chills are approaching 30 below, and we're only going downhill from here. We'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast, Stacey, here in just a few moments on how low we go.
All right, Hutch, thanks so much. One of the best ways to be prepared for getting stranded in extreme cold is a winter survival kit for your car. If you don't have one yet, here's what you should put together. Small candles and matches to melt snow and provide some heat, a red bandana or cloth, whistle and road flares to signal for help, food that can be eaten hot or cold like candy bars, energy bars, or jerky, a sleeping bag or blankets, and extra warm clothes and heavy boots to keep warm, basic tools and cables to jumpstart your car. And remember to put these items in the front part of your car in case your trunk gets frozen shut. While many of us will spend the night inside, bundled up, some of our local law enforcement will be sleeping outside. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie is braving the cold with them and joins us live now to explain why. Courtney?
Stacey, it is freezing out here and we are just getting started, but it's all for a good cause. Now, Sheriffs Jesse Johnner and Mark Empting are going to be teaming up to bring awareness to preventing veteran suicide, as well as bring awareness to the homeless population. And the way they're doing it is they're going to be spending the night outside of the Moorhead American Legion in a tent, braving these temperatures. Now, they're only going to be doing it for one night, but the event is going to go through Sunday until noon. That means you have 44 hours to donate. Now, those 44 hours represent the 22 veterans that commit suicide every single day. And these sheriffs sleeping outside in the tent represents what many of our homeless population have to go through every single day. Now, you can swing by to visit or to donate at any time. Right now, our sheriffs are home getting their gear. They'll be back at 6, and we'll talk to them about what they're about to do tonight. For now, live in Moorhead, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, Courtney. Now, they're looking for a number of things: cash, food, winter clothing donations. You can swing by the Moorhead American Legion anytime throughout the weekend to drop off any of these items. Authorities have identified the 60-year-old man killed in an Otter Tail County train collision as Joseph Mack. The crash happened yesterday just before 9 in the morning. No word on what caused the accident, but Mack's family tells Valley News Live that they think the lack of safety precautions at the railway is to blame, and they don't think this would have happened if the track had cross arms. President Joe Biden is again stressing the need for going big on a COVID relief package that's fast-tracked for partisan passage after an overnight budget resolution vote. From the White House State Dining Room, the president, joined by Vice President Kamala Harris and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, said he is easily choosing immediate relief over bipartisanship with the American Rescue Plan.
If I have to choose between getting help right now to Americans who are hurting so badly and getting bogged down in a lengthy negotiation, or compromising on a bill that's up to the crisis, that's an easy choice. I'm going to help the American people who are hurting now.
The rescue plan includes $160 billion for a COVID mitigation strategy, extension of unemployment benefits to the end of September, and raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. It was a better than expected weekly jobless claims report. The Labor Department reported that first-time claims for unemployment insurance totaled 779,000 for the week ending on January 30th. Estimates had the expected number to be at 830,000. The numbers yesterday were the lowest for claims since November, an indication that the U.S. economy continues its slow recovery from the pandemic. There was also a sharp decline on the total number of people receiving unemployment benefits. That number saw a nearly 500,000 drop to 17.8 million. North Dakota U.S. Senator John Hoeven wants another 6 years in Washington. He's seeking re-election to his third term. He was first elected in 2010 after Byron Dorgan retired. Prior to that, he served as North Dakota governor. Hoeven is a member of the Senate Agriculture, Appropriations, Energy, and Indian Affairs committees. The CDC has released a new app to track COVID-19 side effects and help you remember when to get your shot. Valley News Team's Brian Sherrod has the details.
VSafe is the name of this app, and it's a smartphone-based tool that uses text messaging and web surveys to provide personalized health check-ins after you receive a COVID-19 vaccine. Now, depending on the answers you put in, someone from the CDC may call you directly to check up on you and get more information. VSafe cannot schedule your vaccine appointments, including second doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. If you need to schedule, reschedule, or cancel a COVID-19 vaccination appointment, contact a place that set up your appointment or the vaccine provider in your area. For example, this could be your state or local health department, employer, or vaccine provider. Now, to download VSafe, head over to vsafe.cdc.gov. Read the on-screen instructions and click Get Started. Now, if you complete your registration before 2 in the afternoon, VSafe will start your initial healthcare check-in around 2 in the afternoon the same day. And if you register after 2 in the afternoon, VSafe will start your initial health check-in immediately after you register. Brian Sherrod, Valley News Live.
When you receive a VSafe check-in text, click the link. Links will expire at 11:59 p.m. on the day you receive them. If you're looking to stay on top of the latest vaccine information, get our VNL Vaccine Tracker. You can access national and local resources in just 2 easy steps. Open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen. Then tap the link that pops up. Police in the Fargo-Moorhead area say they won't be actively looking for capacity violations on Super Bowl Sunday, but that doesn't mean they're turning a blind eye. In North Dakota, bars and restaurants can operate at 80% capacity. Fargo police say their officers will enter a bar or restaurant that looks to be over capacity, but only if they have time and aren't needed on other calls. They say officers are continuing to do weekly bar checks in the city. West Fargo police say there is not a penalty for non-compliance. Over in Minnesota, bars and restaurants are at 50% capacity, but with some more restrictions. They also have a 10 p.m. curfew and must keep tables spaced 6 feet apart. Moorhead police say officers won't be actively looking for bars that are breaking the rules, but they are taking complaints. And those complaints will get forwarded to the Minnesota Attorney General's office. Moorhead police say they hope local bars and restaurant owners continue to do the right thing this Super Bowl weekend. Well, fans are pumped up for the big matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the hometown Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Super Bowl weekend. Despite the coronavirus, the historic nature of this game is likely to draw large crowds to the area, and experts say that means an increased risk of human trafficking. At the last Super Bowl in Miami, authorities rescued 20 victims and made dozens of arrests. Our Valley News Team's Washington News Bureau reporter, Alana Austin, talks about the creative ways law enforcement and volunteers are trying to reach victims this year.
On my worst night, I was actually kidnapped, where I was sold to 20 men that night and left for dead.
Teresa Flores is a survivor of child sex trafficking. Along her healing journey, she launched the SOAP Project, which stands for Save Our Adolescents from Prostitution. Ahead of the Super Bowl, Flores and hundreds of volunteers distributed thousands of soap bars and makeup wipes with the National Human Trafficking Hotline number in Tampa Bay hotels and motels. Flores says when a city hosts a large event, the demand for commercial sex quadruples.
We're happy even if just one person gets saved.
Local, state, and federal law enforcement began actively preparing for this Super Bowl a year ago. Assistant U.S. Attorney Lisa Thelwell says the community is involved too, as even transit workers are trained to spot red flags.
We want to equip the entire community with the ability to recognize and make a report of potential human trafficking.
If you see something suspicious, you can download the Tampa Bay Human Trafficking Task Force app to submit a tip anonymously.
Having eyes and ears where this activity is taking place is of utmost importance.
Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody says the state has made tremendous efforts to train truckers, Uber drivers, and hospitality workers to identify the warning signs of trafficking. Victims may be timid or quiet, avoiding eye contact, have marks or bruises, or be in situations that just seem odd.
If you are a human trafficker and seeking to profit off another's pain and misery, you will be pursued and you will be put behind bars.
The National Human Trafficking Hotline is 1-888-373-7888. Well, there's a new COVID test you can have delivered via drone. We'll explain when Valley News Live at 5 continues.
Mighty cold weather ahead, and Pedro reminds you to keep an eye on your furry friends as we are set to see some dangerous wind chills right through your weekend. I'll have hour-by-hour details on how low we go coming up right after this.